Therapy, the official sports medicine provider for your Joliet Slammers. To experience the ATI difference, visit ATIPT.com or step into one of their over 80 Chicago area clinics for a complimentary injury screening. Ask your doctor about a company that is taking physical therapy to a higher level. ATI Physical Therapy. At Shorewood Home and Auto, they stand behind what they sell. What makes them different from the big box stores is their service. A person will help you when needed, and you will be greeted upon arrival to their store. Their service department services everything they sell, and their parts department will keep you going years down the road. Remember, at Shorewood Home and Auto, they service what they sell and have been since 1974. Two convenient locations in Shorewood at 1002 West Jefferson Street and in Crete at 3445 Eagle Nest Drive. Shorewood Home and Auto, your one-stop shop for work and play. The Joliet Slammers 2013 campaign launches this weekend at home against the Traverse City Beach Bums. Fireworks provided by Pepsi will light up the sky following Friday's 7:05 game, and one lucky fan will win a fridge, courtesy of Grant's Appliances. Saturday's game at 6:05 is 80s prom night, and this Sunday bring your furry friends for the Park in the Park game at 2:05. The first 1,000 fans to each game will receive a magnet schedule, courtesy of Elegant Limo. Visit JolietSlammers.com for tickets.
Don't forget, Slammer fans. After the conclusion of tonight's game, post-game fireworks.
1340 WJOL, Will County's News Talk Sports.
27.
So Sean Cale entering the game for Jonathan Gonzalez, who goes 2/3 of an inning. No hits, but 2 walks. Both runners his responsibility. Cale, a product of Division II Lynn University, which is in Boca Raton, Florida. 24-year-old right-hander. Went 3-0 in the Pecos League last year and also pitched for the Abilene Prairie Dogs of the North American Baseball League in his first year of pro ball. Features a fastball 86 to 88, a slider, and a changeup. Does Sean Cale. And he will be greeted by Scott Woodward, who, as I mentioned before, 1 for 2, a walk, a single, and a strikeout. The stretch from Cale and the delivery is a slider on the outside corner, 0-1 on Woodward. Slammers lead 5-2. They've out-hit the Beach Bums 8-6. Each team has made 1 error. Next delivery, tried to hold up. We'll see if he did. He did. 1-1.
Quick hook by Mike Brayman.
Yeah, it was. And we do have actually a pinch hitter, my mistake, for Woodward. Thanks to Dave Laquetta for alerting me. It's Chris Cowell, second-year pro. My mistake. So Chris Cowell at the plate, not Woodward. 26, one of the catchers on this team. I'm surprised they took Woodward out. Delivery is low and outside. 2-1 on Cowell. 6'4", 215-pound right-handed hitting catcher. Although I assume he can play the outfield because they only have 2 listed outfielders. Delivery is low, and the count moves to 3-1.
Saw Gonzalez come out of the bullpen struggling with his delivery, and now Cale coming out of the bullpen, running the count to 3-1. 2 outs. This would be a big out to limit Traverse City from not scoring.
That delivery moves him over to first as he got hit by the pitch, so Cale a little wild there.
Traverse City hitter Jose Vargas.
Slammers up by 5-2. You're in the top of the 7th, a lengthy top of the 7th inning. There are 2 outs. Now the bases are full.
And the wrong guy, Jose Vargas. Here's the Slammers up at the plate. The delivery on the way, the strike call. Snap throw to first by Hewitt. On the money in time. Kalunki with the tag. What a play by Ben Hewitt, who sprints into the dugout as he picks off the runner over at first, Cowell, and that will retire the side. Another nominee for the Spire Gymnastics acrobatic play of the game. Stretch time at the ballpark. What a huge play by Hewitt, leaving Vargas standing there at the plate. He'll lead off next inning, but the Slammers lead 5-2. Bottom 7 coming up on JOL.
At bat for the Slammer is 41, Javen Williams.
Turns out Matt Howard had entered the game. Number 27, Matt Howard, second-year pro from Slippery Rock University. After that inning had concluded, he had gone out to center field, and so it was Howard who struck out looking in the fifth, and it was Howard, not Cal, who I mistakenly thought was pinch hitting 26 versus 27, who reached base last inning. So it was Howard who then got picked off by Ben Hewitt, 2-3, and now Javen Williams steps in to lead things off for the Slammers in the seventh inning. The count is 1-0 on Williams. So,
still working out the kinks up here in the booth as well.
He would have signaled ground ball to second and still has it and throws to first in time. Squires is still on the mound for Traverse City. One out. So it's Howard now in center, and it's been that way for a bit. And we won't harp on it anymore. Here is Nate Wilder. Wilder is 1 for 3. Single and a run scored in the fourth. 5-2. Slammers on top. Bottom 7. Good job by Sean Cale, and actually really good job by Ben Hewitt more so. Hewitt was the one who got the final out. Delivered on the outside corner, 0-1 by picking off the runner. That was huge by Ben Hewitt.
Really impressive snap throw.
Yes, sir.
Down to Kalunke, covering first base.
Hewitt likes to do that. He'll try to pick you off no matter what base you're at. The 0-1 from Squires to Wilder. Fouled away, third base side. Count moves to 0-2. Five runs, 8 hits in the air for Joliet. 2 runs, 6 hits in the air for the Beach Bums. A team the Slammers only beat 3 times in 12 chances last year. And only once here at Silver Cross Field. Trying to get that one victory started this season. A high pop-up, shallow left. A little bit of a late jump for Banks, but he's got a beat on it and he makes the catch. 2 away, pardon me, here in the 7th. That'll bring up Michael Wing. Wing has a ringing double. That was in the 4th, and he scored a run as well. 1 for 3 today is Wing. RBI today, Jakubik has 1. He's 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Monis has scored a run. He's 2 for 2, but the other runs batted in belong to Schwindenhammer, sacrifice fly, and Kalunke, of course, having the big day, 2 for 3 with 3 ribbies. The first Wing, who has scored a run, as I mentioned before, right-handed hitter. The stretch. And Squires the delivery to him. Off speed, inside on the changeup. 1-0. The stretch and the 1-0 delivery. Fastball on a dandy right down the middle that time by Squires at the knees. 1-1 on Wing. Next delivery, off speed, swing and a miss, and the count goes to 1-2. Slammers their big inning, and it's still holding up. Those are 3 runs they scored in the 4th with 1 away. Wilder singled, Wing doubled, Jakubik singled as well, singled in a run that inning. Delivery is up high, 2-2. Moss was hit by a pitch, and then Schwindenhammer sacrificed fly. And then Goose Kalunke an RBI single. That made it a 3-1 game. Beach Bums got 1 right back in the top of the 5th. Make it 3-2, but then Goose Kalunke 2 RBI single in the bottom of the 6th inning. Made it 5-2 Joliet, and that's where we are right now. That delivery missed, and it's 3-2 on Michael Wing.
How big were those 2 runs back in the bottom of the 6th inning?
Absolutely huge insurance runs, gives the bullpen a little flexibility. A scare last inning, but Ben Hewitt bailed him out by picking off Matt Howard. Now the payoff, swing and a miss, or, yep, he missed it. Ball was dropped, but Nideford tags him. And that is that. 1-2-3 go the Slammers in the 7th. We go to the 8th. Slammers up 5-2 on WJOL.
Okay, folks, I think I echo everyone said it when I say, let's get busy.
Like I am still reeling for my epic fail during the Smithereen defensive flying, worn out by fans.
Kelly, it wasn't ever.
I mean, we cracked it, it was brutal. So I apologize. We'll get right to Smithereen next time. So Smithereen responsibility to that, right? Go, if you have bugs in your house and you want to get rid of them, most people will, go give Smithereen a call and head over to your link. They've got a new location there. So we have Megan and Hannah. They are from Coal City. They go to Coal City Middle School. They're going to do a little dizzy bear racing and a little hula hooping. Ready to do all of that? Okay, on your mark at 10, start spinning. Just look busy. Okay, you can stop busy, Ben. Come on down. Try to hula hoop. Megan's very good. She was practicing earlier. It's okay, man. Keep going. Ready? All right, now go do dizzy bear again. We didn't bring any buckets down with us. I'm just gonna let him go. Who else is here from Coal City? Who thinks I just let him go? Oh, okay, stop. And then the winner, Oregon 30 first win. And it is, oh, man, no, we're gonna hoop again. Oh, it's okay. Well, Hannah wins by default. I apologize. So Hannah is the winner tonight. Also, still the same score with the backwards. I think they call those a palindrome. Thank you, Mike Raymond. Great car, that's a good one. Bob is a good one.
The whole Weird Al song. Well, so that means that you get the raffle number and 13 Jose Vargas. Reports the ATI for 948-460. 948-460. Good winner, ATI.
Kale takes a breath into his motion, and the 1-1. Fastball swing and a miss. Count moves to 1-2 on Vargas. Took a big cut that time, but came up empty.
He wasn't uncomfortable with that swing. He just missed it.
And he took a very healthy cut to no avail. The windup and the 1-2. Breaking ball, ground ball in the hole at short. Diving stop by Wing from the outfield grab. Fires to first, not in time. Vargas a little bit too quick. Nice play, though, by Michael Wing in the hole at short. However, an infield single for Jose Vargas.
Great stop by Wing. That would have been a tough play to get him to take a look at the replay. It was a long throw. I didn't think he'd be able to get Vargas running down the line, but boy, just a nice play to even make it close. Outstanding job by Wing at short.
That'll bring up Chase Birch, who has scored a run today. He's 0 for 3, though. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th and ended up scoring later. He also grounded out and he struck out. 1 on, nobody out. Slammers up 5-2. Kale on the mound. No one throwing right now for the Slammers down the right field line. A right-hander is up and throwing for Traverse City down the left field line. Kale The stretch, the delivery to Birch. Fouled away behind home plate. 0-1. Chase Birch with a full beard. Right-handed hitter digs back in. Kale stares in for the signs from Hewitt. Bar gets a modest lead at first, being held on by Kalunky. The breaking ball did not break. It was way high and inside. 1-1 on Birch.
Reminder fans, tomorrow a game at 6:05 is 80s prom night. Make sure you wear your 80s prom gear to the baseball game tomorrow. The second game of this 3-game series. Then Sunday is Bark in the Park, so bring your furry friends to the ballpark. Slammers will also be unveiling their new Bloodhound.
1-1 misses low
On Sunday, and I know we've talked about this a couple of times. The big moment for the Slammers. I know everybody's really excited to not only see the Bloodhound here at the ballpark on Sunday, but also unveiling of his name as well.
It's 2-1 on Chase Birch, the all-time leader in numerous categories for the Traverse City Beach Bums. The slugger awaits the Kale 2-1 delivery. Here it is, and he chops it foul, third base side, over by the camera well. And the count moves even, 2-2.
You mentioned Birch, big guy, 240 pounds. No, he's got a lot of pop in his swing.
Lucky fan there getting you a souvenir. You might have seen if you're watching it on Joliet Channel 6, AT&T Uverse, Channel 99 throughout the state, and of course on Ustream.tv/Joliet Slammers. That delivery is fouled away, first base side. Still 2-2. Count even on Chase Birch. Pretty good battle here, making Kale work out of the bullpen for Joliet. Trying to get them through this 8th inning. Up by 3, but with Vargas at first base and nobody out. The 2-2 again. Got him swinging on the changeup. Nice pitch by Sean Kale. He strikes out Birch. Second time Birch has K'd today. One away in the 8th, and that'll bring up Zach Komatani. That is the 10th strikeout by Slammers pitching tonight. 9 of them was by Annenson. So here is Zach Komatani, who is 1 for 3 and a single in the 4th. He has also struck out twice, though. The delivery on the way to him is fastball on the outside corner, 0-1.
One thing we haven't seen tonight by the Slammers is the double play ball. Got Birch struck out with Vargas still at first base and Komatani at the plate. Opportunity to get out of the inning with a double play.
Check swing, did he go? They appeal. That's always tough for Keith Rogowski, the field umpire. You only have 2 umpires in the Frontier League, and with a runner on first, he positions himself basically behind the pitcher's mound a bit to the first base side. And I don't think he has any better view than Bill Opina does of a check swing from that angle. 1-1 on Komatani, the DH today. The 1-1 from Kale, off speed and a dandy. That changeup really working. The Beach Bums in general struggling against the off-speed stuff today. Remember, Annenson was very good as well. By the way, in case you're wondering, for the Slammers as a team, the most batters they've struck out in one game is 14, but that came in extra innings. The delivery is low and outside, 2-2. They struck out 10 so far tonight. It would take quite the run to match or beat the 14.
I don't think we're going to get there
mathematically
tonight.
Possible, though. So I got the next 2 batters here. You're at 12, and then you're in position. We'll see. It's 2-2 on Komatani.
Still a great night for this Joliet Slammers pitchers, that's for sure.
So far, at least, the off-speed is fouled away. First base side, 2-2. With the Beach Bums, no lead is safe. Their offense is very explosive.
You never feel safe, no matter how large of a lead you have. And Slammers only up by 3. Definitely not insurmountable at any means.
Technically still a save situation. Three-run game, a 2-2, number foul. First base side over by the first base camera well, where Terry, one of our cameramen from the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, is operating the camera today on the first base side. Two and two on Komatani. Sean Cale in his slammer debut. His 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging on the change. That thing is dropping off the table. Down goes Komatani, making 11 strikeouts for Slammers pitching tonight. 3 shy of the team record. That'll bring up Sean Gusrang, who is 0 for 3. And he has struck out twice. You got to remember that game against the now no longer in existence London Rippers was the longest game, both in innings and in time. It lasted 13 innings. They've had one other game that did that. Ground ball here fouled on the first base side. But here's the part that probably won't be matched. The game against London back on June 10th last year lasted 5 hours and 34 minutes. And it was getaway day with a 7-hour bus ride coming up. And it was like 95 degrees. And the Slammers were able to win, thank goodness.
You have fond memories of this.
Oh, yeah. My whole trip to Canada was just a pleasure. But, yeah, so it took them 13 innings to strike out those 14 batters I was talking about. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss on the off-speed, 0-2 on Gusrang.
You know, Cale's had the Traverse City Beach Bums guessing up there at the plate. He's had very good off-speed. They just have not been able to connect with anything other than Vargas, and he led off the inning.
Way ahead of Gusrang here. No balls and 2 strikes. Looking for team strikeout number 12 right here is Sean Cale. Did he go? I think he did. Yes, he went around. 12 strikeouts by Slammers pitching as Cale strikes out the side of the 8th. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Slammers leading 5-2 on WJOL.
Check out the Sbarro Pizza Fan Cam. It's time for the Sbarro delivery of the game. Keep an eye out for Spike's crew as he's tonight's delivery man. Probably a bad idea giving this rag dog a giant pizza. Well, as long as there's no chocolate on it. Spike says, make this delivery, folks. Thank you. That's the lucky man who gets the Sbarro dog in the game. Hopefully there's a dog from the line. Check out Sbarro here and come across the field. And you better all of a sudden get a switch. Hey, we're at speed level, looking good, folks. Sbarro fan. Your attention coming into the game 2 pitch for the Beach Bums. Right-handed pitcher number 33, Scott Mueller. Mueller on the wall for Traverse City. Sbarro Pizza, the official pizza of the Joliet Slammers, fresh. Jared Yakubin.
14 saves. But he started the year on fire. He had a 1.42 ERA through June 29th. Kind of went downhill from there. Slammers hope he doesn't recover his early season form from last year. As Jared Jakubik steps in to lead things off, he's having a nice day. He's 2 for 3 at the plate. Righty versus lefty, the stretch. And the delivery. Swing and a miss on the fastball. 0-1 on Jakubik. 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error from the Slammers. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Beach Bums. Goose Kalunki, offensive star, has 3 runs batted in, but Jakubik has scored 2 of the runs and has 2 hits as well with an RBI. The 0-1 to him, and Jakubik takes outside. 1-1. Next delivery. Hopscotches out of the way, and the count moves to 2-1 on 2012 Frontier League All-Star Jared Jakubik. A couple of All-Stars last year battling. That delivery is on the inside corner, 2-2. And unless my eyes are deceiving me, which they have been known to do, I think it's Jacob Sanchez warming up in the bullpen. It is. And he's their 4-starter. Not quite sure. Delivery on the way, swing and a miss for strike 3. Now on strike 2 for Jakubik. 1 away in the 8th.
It'd be an interesting decision to bring Jacob Sanchez into the game to close things down. I'm sure he could do it, but he would think they'd want to save him for the game number 4.
Yeah, coming up against the Gateway Grizzlies. Although in theory, you could throw him 1 inning. Then he gets tomorrow off the next day, and then there's an off day before that Grizzlies series. So it'd be 3 days rest, but only after 1 inning of work. So, I don't know. Here's Monis, who has reached base every time today. Doubled and scored last time up, and the fastball's on the inside corner. 0-1 on Monis, having a big game once again against his former team, the Traverse City Beach Bums.
That's why we're up here, and the coach is down, our manager Mike Brayman's down there making those decisions.
Yeah, Sanchez is up and throwing. Monis at slightly open stance, awaits the 0-1, and it's low and outside. 1-1 on Kyle. The delivery. Monis just missed a mistake, and he knows it. Fouls it away, third base side. 1-2.
He crushed that ball, just very ahead of it.
And under.
Well foul. That one would have carried out forever if he would have got better connection on that one.
So 1-2 still here on Monis. Miller comes set, the stretch, and the delivery. Broke his bat, little number to short. That's a spinner, charging and gloving his cone. His throw to first is wide, but Birch gloves it and tags Monis going by. 5-3 on the putout, 2 away. Pardon me, 6-3 on the putout, 2 away, and that'll bring up Seth Schwindenhammer. Schwindenhammer is 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI. He had a sacrifice fly in the 4th. He has swung at the first pitch every plate appearance. We'll see what he does here. Twice he put it in play, the other time he fouled it off.
I could be wrong, but I would imagine he might take a pitch here.
Oh, he's swinging.
Nope.
And he fouls it away, first base side.
I'm
Watch
wrong.
out. Carmen Arrigo, one of our season ticket holders, had to duck out of the way of that one. He is in the dugout taking some photos. You'll see later on our Facebook page. Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Joliet Slammers. We've gained a number of likes today. We're nearing that 6,000 mark. Swing and a miss by Schwindenhammer, and the count moves to 0-2. At last check on our Facebook page, we are at 5,811. Our goal by the end of the year is 7,500 Facebook fans, so tell your friends it's the one-stop shop to keep up with all the news on Slammers baseball. That delivery is low and outside, 1-2. Have it on your smartphone, of course. It'll show up in your news feed about the latest things we're doing here at the ballpark. You can follow us on Twitter as well to get in-game updates if you can't listen or go to the game. The 1-2 is low and outside, 2-2. But you should be able to listen simply because WJOL does have an app. You search WJOL on your smartphone and you can listen to it on your phone. And you can also watch Ustream on your phone. The 2-2 delivery is low, 3-2. So there's really nowhere you can be except maybe like in the Iditarod up in Alaska where you can't tune into Slammers baseball. Because we are accessible through smartphones, online, over the air, radio, and today on television on Channel 6 here in Joliet on Comcast. The stretch and the payoff delivery to Schwindenhammer. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good inning for Miller. 1-2-3 goes Joliet. We go to the ninth. Slammers leading 5-2 here on AM 1340 WJOL.
Sometimes life throws you for a loop. You get injured on the job, tear up a knee playing sports, or are forced to undergo surgery. Then what? Fortunately, there's ATI Physical Therapy, official sports medicine and physical therapy provider of the Joliet Slammers. From the second you step foot into one of ATI's over 80 Chicagoland locations, you'll see that ATI is taking physical therapy to a higher level. You do have a choice in physical therapy, so ask your doctor about ATI and check out the ATI difference at ATIPT.com. ATI, taking physical therapy to...
Your attention coming into pitch for your Slammers right-handed pitcher, number 30, Jacob Sanchez. Sanchez, right-hander on the mound for the Slammers.
Stuck out, got death threats, pushed down. But how they supposed to hurt a man that's been dead since 05? Beat dropping, I'm going in. Preach so hard that you know it's him. He fills me up and then he pulls. This mic up underneath those skin. From the dog, I'm on it. To the praise of his glory, homie. I'ma get it in on what I could have been before they hit my hungry.
Tunnel vision, yeah, I'm focused on the light. He's with me, can't see a thing, cause I'm focused on the Christ. You can try to kill me, but you can't have me. You can bring away.
Approaching the plate for the Beach Bugs, catcher Marcus Knight.
Strikeouts and opponents hit 277 against Sanchez. So here is Marcus Nidifer to lead things off, and Sanchez paints the outside corner with a fastball that clocks in at 93 miles per hour. Normally he's 88 to 91. He's got that slider and the changeup as well. 0-1 on Nidifer. Sanchez looking for the save. The 0-1 delivery is outside on the fastball. He's revved up. And I think that's because 88 to 91 is when he's starting, because he's always been a starter, so he's not necessarily going all out. He's got to preserve himself to go deep into the game. But when you're a reliever, you can really rear back and fire, as that one clocks in at 93, and that's popped up foul down the first base side, out of play. 1-2. So you'll see relief pitchers throw harder than starters simply because they know they don't have to go that deep into the ball game. Sanchez knows if he does his job, he's only pitching 1 inning. So he can really unleash. It's 1-2 on Nidifer. Into his windup. And the delivery. Way outside on the heater. 2-2. He's just throwing all fastballs right now. It's Jacob Sanchez. Looking for that first professional save in his first professional relief appearance. The windup and the delivery. Chop foul down the third base line. And the count is 2-2 still on Nidifer. Nidifer taking his time to get back in that right-handed hitter's batter's box as he steps in against Sanchez. The 2-2 off speed, got him swinging. It was all fastballs till he dropped on the 79-mile-per-hour changeup. Down goes Nidifer, and the Slammers have now struck out 13 batters as a team in this game. They are 1 away from tying the franchise record. And there's 2 more outs to go. Here is Jeremy Banks, who is 0 for 3. The last 4 Beach Bums hitters have struck out. Sanchez into his windup, the delivery. Fastball up and away, 1-0. The windup, the delivery, swing and a miss at the heater. Count goes to 1-1. Sanchez firing on all cylinders right now. One of 6 returning players from last year's squad. But he's going to be their starter in the Gateway Series. The 1-1 delivery paints the outside corner at the knees. That's almost unhittable at 93. And the count goes to 1-2. He's 1 strike away from helping the Slammers tie their franchise record for most strikeouts by the pitching staff in 1 game. Looking for strikeout number 14 for the Slammers pitching staff tonight. The 1-2 fastball high and outside. 2-2 on Jeremy Banks, with Andrew Cohn waiting on deck. I think it's about time for the old changeup. The 2-2. There it is, but it's low and the count moves full. 3-2 on Banks. Second-year pro out of Iowa Wesleyan. Takes a deep breath into his motion. The payoff delivery. Number third base side. Foul will do it again. It's a full count on Jeremy Banks. The payoff again. Little blooper to third. Minus a leaping catch. Nice play by Minus. 2 away in the 9th. So barring a drop third strike, the Slammers can only tie their record of 14. Here's Andrew Cohn, who is 1 for 3. More importantly, the other 1 out away from winning on opening night here in 2013. Last year, their home opener was also against Traverse City. They lost that game. Looking to win this one. Sanchez, a delivery. Fastball on the outside corner to a much perturbed Andrew Cohn. 0-1. The 0-1 from Sanchez. Breaking ball, and Cohn was showing bunt. It's inside. 1-1. Former Iowa Wesleyan star delivers the 1-1. Fastball a little bit outside that time. A little high, perhaps as well. 2-1 on Cohn. 2 outs, nobody on. Slammers up 5-2. Top of the 9th. They've out-hit the Beach Bums 8-7. The difference remains that 3-run 4th inning. Sanchez, his 2-1 delivery, up high again on the heater. 3-1. Good hitters count for Cohn, but in this league, a lot of guys pitch backwards. That means in a 3-1 count, don't be shocked to see a changeup. They don't give in with a fastball here. The 3-1 delivery. It is a fastball at 89 that time. Just trying to get it over the plate. He fouls it away, first base side. Slammers 1 strike away from winning this ball game and 1 strike away from striking out 14 Traverse City Beach Bums, which will be the most in 9 innings the pitching staff has ever recorded in 1 game. In the short 2-year history, that's entering year number 3. Sanchez, the payoff. Who struck him out swinging on the fastball? The ball game is over. Slammers win by a final score of 5-2. Evan Adamson gets the victory. He's 1-0. Jacob Clem the loss. He's 0-1. Jacob Sanchez, his first career save. And the Slammers pitching staff strikes out 14 Traverse City Beach Bums along the way to tie the franchise record for most strikeouts by Slammers pitching in 1 ball game, as they struck out 5 of the last 6 Beach Bums who came to the plate tonight. Slammers currently out there high-fiving, celebrating the victory. Will be going down the field shortly as Dan Spadafora will be down on the field. He will have a live on-field interview with Evan Anderson.
Mike Craven. And looks like we'll be going down to the field very shortly for a post-game interview.
So now Spadafora, our broadcast partner Dan Spadafora down there right now talking with Evan Anderson. And we'll get you that interview in one moment, just when everyone's in position.
All right, folks,
there we go.
Send it down to Dan with the post-game interview with one of the heroes here on tonight's really cool opening night. Dan.
Joined down here, the M&M Bank player of the game, Evan Anderson, winning pitcher tonight. Let's hear it for Evan Anderson down here. Evan, you started tonight, 9 strikeouts tonight on opening night, and it's your birthday. Is this a perfect night for you?
It's definitely a good night. We'll start at least with that. But no, I gotta give actually a big shout out to Ben Hewitt for the first time throwing to this kid. And man, he called a heck of a game for me. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where he is, but no, I mean, yeah, it was a pretty good birthday present for myself, I guess, if you want to call it that. Sure.
We had an opportunity to speak before the game today. I understand you have some family members here. How was it knowing that your family could see you pitch tonight?
Honestly, there's nothing better. I haven't been able to see some of these guys in years, and it's unfortunate that they live so far away, but I love you, my aunt, uncle, cousin Nick, Grandpa Jack, Carol. Thank you guys, Mom and Dad, of course. Love you guys so much. Thanks for coming out.
You guys are 1-0 here. Got to start and a win tonight. What are you doing moving forward the rest of the series?
Win tomorrow.
Starting pitcher and winning starting pitcher, Evan Anderson. Let's hear it one more time, guys. All right, back to you guys up there.
All right, Dan, and I also like to get
thank you so much, Dan Spadafora, with our post-game interview with the winning pitcher, Evan Anderson, tonight in front of 3,463 fans this evening at Cross Field. Some fireworks tonight. Once again, let's go over the box score here real quick for Joliet. As the Slammers win this one 5-2. 5 runs, 8 hits, and error for Joliet. 2 runs, 7 hits, and error for the Beach Bums. Look at the Slammers side of things. David Williams went 0 for 3. Nate Wilder 1 for 4 with a run scored. Michael Wing 1 for 4 with a run scored. Jared Yakubik 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Kyle Moss was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Seth Schwindenhammer was 0 for 3 with an RBI. Goose Kalunky 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Hewitt was 0 for 2, but he did have that huge defensive play when he picked off a runner at first as the lights have gone dark here at Silver Cross Field, and the fireworks are about to start here at the ballpark. I tell you what, quite the night for the Slammers. Scruggs was 0 for 3, still looking for that first pro hit. Evan Anderson, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 9 strikeouts. Jonathan Gonzalez, 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Sean Cale, an inning and a third, a hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and Sanchez the save, 1 inning of shutout ball and 2 strikeouts. For the Beach Bums, Ryan Still was 1 for 3. Scott Woodward was 1 for 1 until he got hurt. Matt Howard 0 for 1. Jose Vargas 2 for 4, but didn't drive into anybody. Chase Birch 0 for 4 with a run scored. Zach Comatani was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Sean Gustrang 0 for 4. Marcus Snyder for 1 for 3 with a run scored. Jeremy Banks 0 for 4. Andrew Cohn 1 for 4 today. Clem for the Beach Bums, 5 1/3, 8 hits, 5 runs. Did not walk anyone, struck out 3. The Beach Bums not walk anybody tonight. Squire, 1 inning and 2/3, 2 strikeouts. Scott Miller, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. Shutout ball. Both bullpens were excellent. Neither bullpen gave up a run tonight. It was Anderson out pitching Clem this evening. The difference in the game for Joliet. Evan Anderson is your M&M Bank player of the game tonight. Those 6 outstanding innings of work. Definitely a fine night for the Slammers. Dan Spadafora will be up in a bit with your post-game show. We'll take a break here on the home of the Slammers, AM 1340 WJOL.